What's up, you guys? Today I thought I would just do kind of like a sit down chit chat video. Got some drama to sprinkle in, some what's sold. So yeah, if you're just here for a chill video, get some work done. And let's start with the Q&A. I posted on my Instagram. If you wanted to ask me a question, you could ask me there. So let's answer some of these questions, shall we? There's some funny ones in here too. All right, this says, how do you price your items to sell? So I've been reselling for years, so sometimes whenever I'm pricing items, it's just because of my history with them. I kind of already know what they're going to sell for, at least for me. And a lot of times I still look up comps. I'm always learning. I'm never going to be that reseller that's like, I never look up comps. I know everything. You know what I'm saying? I look up comps to a lot of stuff. In fact, I like to Google image search almost everything right before I list it to get the style name and just see how other people are pricing it, because sometimes you may think something's only worth, say, $25, but maybe it's a rare item and it's worth double that. You want to double check. So definitely go with your gut, go by your own history, but check comps. Checking comps is the best way to price your items. All right, someone says, how do you tackle taxes? Do you still find it profitable to resell after taxes? So if I was not making profit after taxes, I would not be doing this full time. So yes, I definitely make a profit after taxes. As far as the tax question, you probably won't like my answer. I've said this multiple times, like in the comment section on videos, things like that, and people never like this answer, but it's the best answer I'm gonna give you. I am not a tax professional, so I'm not going to give you tax advice. If you plan on reselling full time, ask an accountant, get the information you need. Please do not go to reselling YouTube. There's a lot of resellers on YouTube that like to talk like they're accountants, and you really shouldn't listen to them. So definitely hire an accountant if you have questions about doing taxes when it comes to your reselling business. Someone said, what would you be doing if not reselling or YouTube or influencing? I don't really like that word, influencing or influencer. I don't know about you. I don't know. It's just kind of like, oh, like cringy. Okay, if I wasn't doing reselling or YouTube, I've actually thought about this question ever since it was sent to me. Initially, the first thing I want to say is like, open up a thrift store, open up a consignment store. But that's still reselling. So I think I would still be self-employed. I would be doing something on my own. I probably could easily get a marketing job, you know, in social media, but I just don't think I want to work for somebody. So yeah, I would probably be self-employed. So doing something, working for myself somehow. I've always thought it would be cool to write like a fiction series. A lot of you guys, or not a lot of you guys, but if you followed me like years and years ago, I actually used to edit books. That was like, you know, kind of like a side hustle, if you will. And so yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to write like a fiction series. I already have some ideas like flowing up there. I think it would be kind of cool to get into acting. I think it would be fun to do like a Lifetime movie. That, like, we're going like way off here. Actually, okay, if you want to know what I almost quit college to do, this is a funny story. I almost quit college to become a flight attendant, and the reason it's funny is because I was immediately denied because of my height. You guys know I'm like 4'10" on a good hair day, and you have to reach like the overhead compartments, and I'm so short that like I cannot pick up like 25, 30 pounds and like put it way over my head into the overhead compartment. And so anyway, I couldn't do that. But yeah, that's actually originally what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to be an international flight attendant. But yeah, now I think I would just be self-employed the rest of my life. All right, this one says, if you could travel for free to any city or state just to go thrifting all day, where would you go? So I have seen so many great thrift hauls come out of the bins in Texas. So I definitely think I'm going to go there one day anyways. My husband and I both have family in Texas, so we're going to go there anyway. And I definitely want to hit up the bins while we're there. So yeah, that's definitely where I would go in the States. We are planning another trip to Japan, no time like in the near future, so don't get excited. No Japan videos coming anytime in the near future, but when I'm there I will also be thrifting. I tried thrifting the last couple times I was in Japan and I didn't find any good thrift stores, but I'm hoping there's a few more, there's a few more YouTube videos out with places to go. So yeah, if I was to do it internationally, I definitely want to do thrifting in Japan. A lot of you guys are jokesters on my Instagram or just that following me in general, so I got a couple funny questions, okay? Have you gotten into any more fights with old people, LOL? So if you have no idea what this is about, my friend Victoria, she made a whole video on it. And long story short, my friend Victoria was getting yelled at by this old dude up in the Goodwill bins. And I yelled back at him, like, don't yell at my girls, But yeah, ever since then, no, I have not yelled at any other old person. However, you want to hear some tea? Some good reseller tea? So yesterday, I went to a grand opening of a new America's thrift store. That thrift haul will actually be Friday. And I'll be wearing the same thing. Don't judge, okay? Mind your business. But yesterday, while we were thrifting, or I should say at the very end of our thrift trip, me, Victoria, and Tanya, the three amigos, we always go everywhere together, can't separate us. We're in our little group in the back of the store, right? And this older lady walks up to me, and I tell Victoria, I held up this ModCloth dress. You guys know Victoria loves ModCloth, right? I held up this ModCloth dress, and I was like, Victoria, I got this for you. This old bitch, she walks up to me, she's like, she didn't get that for you. And we all look at her like she's crazy. And I said, yeah, I did. And she was like, she didn't get that for you. And I was like, so I just roll my eyes and I keep talking to Victoria and Tanya. And then she says to me, she's like, are you one of those people that gets a buggy full of stuff before I can get anything at the thrift store? I only got $60. Ma'am, go somewhere else. That could have turned into a fight with an old person, but she wasn't worth my time, okay? All right, another funny one. How much would it take for you to advertise granny panties? Okay, this is from my friend Paul, Philly Flipper. And one day we were talking about our number, right? Everyone has a number for something. And one day I was talking about adult diapers. Now granny panties are a lot different than adult diapers. My number for adult diapers is up there. But say, okay, I'll really answer your question, Paul. Say it was Skims granny panties. They kind of have that granny panty situation. I would do a little Skims ad. Maybe, I don't know. What's my number? What's my number for granny panties? If I have to wear them, if there's going to be proof of me wearing them, the number goes up. But if I just have to show them, I would do an ad for $1,500 with free panties included. Why not? Why not? Now, if I had to wear them, the price is going to go up. Let me know down below, what would be your number? What would be your number? What would someone have to pay you to advertise granny panties for? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's talk about some recent what sold. I don't do dedicated what sold videos anymore on my channel. I really should. They're really helpful, but I'll still include them, in these vlogs. So I think these are all from this past week, except one. I think I pulled from a few weeks ago because I forgot to show it in my last, what sold portion of my last vlog. I will tell you, I don't share all my sales because I don't find it relevant. I just try to share things on this channel, what I would pick up again, things I would recommend you picking up. I don't want to share my $10 sales that took 2 years to sell, right? I want to tell you what sold quickly, what sold for a good amount, things I would pick up again, right? So let's get started. Eileen West, my friend Tanya told me about this brand. It's a nightgown brand, or a sleeper brand, I should say. I've picked it up, I think, 3 times, and I think it sold each time. So yeah, this sold for $29 on POSHMARK, and I think less than a month. I did sell 2 Duluth Trading Company shirts on POSHMARK, and they sold in I think just 4 hours. That was from a Flyp client. You guys know I really like the Flyp consignment app. I will leave my affiliate link down below if you want to get free clothing. I highly recommend it. I've only had a good positive experience so far. So yeah, Duluth Trading Company. I said in the video where I unboxed that lot that I knew I wasn't going to get a lot for the shirts, but they sell super quick. 100% sell-through rate for me. So I was really happy with that lot. Oh, something else. Polos, Ralph Lauren polos. I seem to have a really easy time selling. Sometimes you need good keywords. So this one, for example, it sold for $24. I don't do discounted or free shipping on Poshmark, but I put the words LSU in this particular one because it was like purple and yellow, or maybe it was gold. I think it was yellow. Anyway, and it sold. So yeah, polos, even though they can be like really basic, I would even say saturated, a little oversaturated, I still find that they sell. This was the first time I ever found this brand, Suzanne. That is how the tag looked right here. And it sold for $75. I did have it priced, I think, at like $110. But I'm not a storage unit, so as soon as I get a good offer, I'm going to accept it. Definitely would pick up Suzanne. If you see it, pick it up because it's a bolo. Oh, this was a good sale. Nike Air Maxes. I got these in an America's Thrift Supply shoebox. And these sold for, I think the screenshot's wrong. I think it says $100. These sold for a best offer of $70. Would totally pick those up if I saw them out in the wild. Gretchen Scott, this is a new to me brand, but it did sell for $50, and I remember I only picked it up about a month ago, so it hasn't sat long at all. And I do remember whenever I filmed the thrift haul, I was like, I don't really know if this is going to sell, because a lot of Gretchen Scott items that I saw were selling were really colorful. In fact, the Gretchen Scott tag itself, like the brand name tag on the back of the garment, it's really colorful, and this was a really basic piece, so I was super happy to see that go for $50. So one of the questions that I didn't answer at the beginning of the video was, do I sell hard goods? And I do, but I just love clothing, so whenever I go into a thrift store, I'm just gravitating towards the clothing, so I will check the hard goods, but very briefly. But here is a hard goods sale from me. I did sell these 4 8-track tapes for $50. So there's definitely still money to be made in the hard goods section. I probably should look there a lot more than I do. But I also believe that you should just sell what you love, because if I had a bunch of hard goods, like this is where I keep all my inventory, like right here where I'm looking. If I had hard goods there, they would just sit there probably. I love to list clothing. I like clothing. I like to go through it. So list what you love, sell what you love, and you'll probably sell a lot more of it. Okay, so after shipping, I'm trying to think, I probably only made about $25 profit with these. But these are fun shoes. These are like those bouncing shoes. And so anyway, they sold for $45 free ship on Mercari. My Mercari has picked up. Mercari is my least performing platform that I sell on. I think this month I had like 4 or 5 sales, which is like a lot for me. I hardly make sales on Mercari, so I was happy to see that sell. Another Mercari sell were these LL Bean slippers. This is a very, very popular style by LL Bean. These are called the Wicked Good moccasins, and I got these at the bin, so that was a great profit for me. My friend Emily gave me these, so thank you, Emily. I know she watches my videos, so thank you so much. These were a pair of Liverpool pants, and they sold for $30 free ship on Mercari. Here's another bins pickup. These are Vionics, and these sold for $30 free ship. And they were kind of flawed, but Vionic always sells, so definitely pick it up if you see it. And the last thing that I want to mention that isn't a sale from like this past week, I think, what's the sale date on here? Does it tell me? I don't think it tells me. I'm just looking at my screenshots. I'm not on the app. I want to say this sold, it was in March, but it was like the beginning of March. But anyway, this was a very quick sale. If you pass up J. Jill in the plus sizes, I would I would think twice about that. Plus size J. Jill, linen J. Jill sells really well, so definitely pick that up again. All right, you guys ready to hear some drama? I have a neighbor update for you. So I thought my neighbor moved. So technically the neighbor that I have issues with, it's not really his house. His mom actually owns the house. That's what he told me years ago. He left. I have not seen him or his car this past week. Usually, like, I hear his truck when he pulls up every day from work. Anyway, long story short, haven't seen him for a week. I thought he literally moved. Unfortunately, yesterday when Tanya and I pulled up from our massive, like, thrift trip we went on, again, that video will be out Friday, he pulled up. He was in the driveway. So he hasn't moved. I thought he moved. I got really excited. But he's still here. But the weird part was, not only did my like bad neighbor go missing this past week, my other neighbor went missing. And not only that, but the cops showed up. So we're making dinner one night and our security cameras go off because the cops pulled outside our house. And long story short, they were doing a welfare check on our neighbor who wasn't home, and he has not been home for a week. He did come back 2 days later after the cops showed up, but I thought that was so strange. So literally for like this past week, my bad neighbor was gone and my good neighbor was also gone. And not only that, but the cops came to do like the welfare check. Kind of an odd week in my neighborhood, kind of an odd week. But yeah, everyone is back. My neighbor's not making any more signs, no more crazy updates. But yeah, I was really looking forward to him not being there anymore. Yeah, sad about that one. Hopefully you guys got some work done while I sat here and just rambled. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you very soon for another one. Bye, y'all.